Hello everybody, welcome back to Bob's Magic Emporium. Next video on the 365-day magic challenge. Today we're going to do a teach a trick, and I'm going to teach you how to do the floating pen. This is really, really cool. It's a two-part trick, so I'll get into it in just a moment. First, this is an ordinary pen. Before I do the trick, I have to get the pen ready by altering its molecular structure. And how you do that is you go like this, and you make it rubber like that, and then you can even shrink the pen, and then you can expand the pen just like that. Now the pen should be ready. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the pen float. Let's see if I can do this here. Ready? Look at that. The pen is, well, wait a minute. I got to make it. There we go. The pen is floating. Look at that. Well, okay, I'm just holding it with my finger. Alright, I know that was terrible. But I told you it was a two-part trick. This time I'm really going to make it float. Alright, here we go. I'm going to place the pen right there. Alright, let's see if I can make this float. Perfect. And there we go. Look at that. The pen is floating and my hand's all the way back here. And that is the teacher trick. It is float a pen. Okay, so here's how to do this float a pen trick. You're going to need three things for this. You're going to need a pen, you need a pencil, and you need a watch. And I guess four things. You need a long sleeve shirt. I can do this without a long sleeve shirt. But when you first start the trick, it might be better to have a long sleeve shirt or a jacket. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to wear your watch. Okay, if you don't have a watch, you can't do the trick, unfortunately. I guess if you had like a band or something, like a rubber band you could wear around your wrist or something, then maybe this trick might work. But you're going to, first you're going to start off now with a long sleeve shirt. It's better because then you can hide the pen or hide the pencil. But all I did, I'll do it as I did, then I'll tell you how to do it with a long sleeve shirt. So the first thing you're going to do is you can talk about altering the molecular structure of a pen. And this is just a little audience kind of warm-up, teaser type thing. But you do the standard rubber pen gag. All you do is you hold the pen in the middle and you just shake your hand like this. Or it's really shake your fingers like that. And then it looks like the pen just becomes wibbly and wobbly and rubber. And then to make it shrink, you hold, I've done this in another video when I made a coin disappear using a pen. Or using a pencil. But all you do is you take it and you just take this hand out and you bring this hand in, grab the end, and then bring it out. So you're just doing this. That's essentially what you're doing. But you're doing it quick. And it looks like the pen is shrinking, then expanding. It looks really better with a pencil. So you can go like this and make it look like it's shrinking and then expanding. Now if you're doing two pencils, which you could do two pencils. So you have one pencil and then you have the other one. If you're doing two pencils, you could take the pencil and shove it up your nose like that. And you could do that and then cough it out of your mouth. All you're doing there is I've done this in the same video where I made the coin disappear. But you take the pencil, hold it at the metal part, right below the eraser, and then your fingers go around the bottom like this. All you do is these fingers go straight up the pencil just like that. But you do You inhale through your nose and tilt your head back a little bit. So it looks like this. Like that. Now don't stay in this position for too long because they're going to catch that you're just holding onto that pencil right back here. So you go up and then and cough it out. And all you do there is the same metal piece right under the eraser. You grab it with your teeth and you have it in this position. Grab it with your teeth and these fingers just go straight down the pencil. And you make a cough noise as you do it. So it's like that. That's a cool way to reproduce and make the pencil vanish if you want to talk about changing the molecular structure. Just when you do this, be careful. Don't stick it all the way up in your nose. That's why I say hold it at the metal part so it doesn't go up in your nose. And don't take the pencil and jam it like that because you're just tilting your head back and your fingers are going up the pencil. Because I made the mistake once where I did go like this with it and I jammed it up my nose and it started bleeding. So that wasn't fun. Okay, so that you don't have to do that first section. You can just go right into making the pen float. Now for the first part, you do the standard pen floating gag, which is where you say, okay, all I'm going to do is make this pen float. And this is the standard pen float gag. All you do with that is you show the pencil and say, or the pen, I'm going to make this pen float. All you do is these fingers, every finger except for your pointer finger goes around your wrist. And your pointer finger is just like this. So when you do this, you take your pointer finger and your thumb and you just bring them around. So I'll do it from the exposed angle. So when you get it set up, you just go like this. Now, you want to make sure that when you do this, all of these fingers, the one where the pen rests in this hand, are really open. You want to make sure they're not closed like this. You want to really open your fingers so it really looks convincing that it really is floating. And from this side, you can't tell there's a finger holding it. So it really looks convincing until you turn around and you say, okay, my finger's just holding it. Another thing is don't fiddle getting into position. Practice it and just practice getting it right into position like this. All right, just practice that. And then you turn around and you say, okay, my finger's just holding it. Now, what I did here, because I have the camera and I have the counter in front of me, all I did here at this point was I just dropped the pen and my hands, and all I did was take the pencil and I slid it right under the watch like this. Now, you want to make sure when you do this, you want to make sure that you have your angles right, because sometimes the pencil might stick up like this or out here. So you want to make sure that it is directly on your arm like this so there's no way of it sticking out. And the best way to do that is to have your watch band really tight. The way to do this with a long sleeve shirt is your pencil is set on your arm if you're wearing a long sleeve shirt. So it's all the way up to here. And your pencil is set there the whole time. So there's no loading it in. But what you can do, of course, is with a short sleeve shirt, you can load it in. The only bad thing is you'd have to do it right in front of the person. So if you're not good at audience management and loading things in front of your spectator, then, of course, you can always have the long sleeve shirt, and that way it cuts off the, that way you can always have the pencil just sitting there. But anyways, if you're wearing your long sleeve shirt, you want to put the pencil all the way down below your wrist. So about down there. And again, your long sleeve shirts, if you're wearing one, is going to cover if that pencil shows. So you don't need to worry about it there. The only place you need to worry about it is if it shows up here. So if you have your long sleeve shirt, just reach in and just pull out that pencil straight up. A little hard to do, but just pull it straight up to about the middle of your palm. That's where you want to pull it about to. So, and then at this point, you're going to, but if you're wearing a short sleeve shirt, you want to leave it right here at the middle of your palm. So, and then you take your other pencil or your pen, and at this point, you just take it, and you're just going to place it right in between the palm of your hand and the pencil. Now, when I did it on the demo, when I performed it, I put it kind of back here. You can put it back here closer to the watch if you want, if that's easier. Sometimes it's easier to get the pen in if it's closer to the watch. But again, if you have the pen closer to your wrist, what you want to do is you want to make sure, you show all those fingers like that. But notice how your thumb kind of blocks it, so you've got to kind of get it just right to where they can see the top of the pen. I don't have a second pencil, so that's why I used a pen and a pencil. But normally for where the pen would be, I like to use a pencil because it's a little bit longer, so they can see it a little easier. So when you place the pencil, or when you place the pen in between the pencil, just like that, just really play this up. Like you can say, I'm gonna make it float with my mind, and you say this, and you can do something like, I'm not gonna use my hand this time, I promise. You put your hand all the way back here, whatever you want to do. But again, don't turn this way so they can see it. Don't do that. So that is making a pencil float. And you could you can do the same thing with a knife and a fork at a restaurant. If you don't have a pencil and pen or two pencils, you could make a knife float. If you take a butter knife and you do the same thing, put the butter knife in between here and take a spoon or a fork, you can have the spoon or fork just right here. So that is the floating pencil, a really cool kind of impromptu little thing you can do with a pencil, two pencils, or two pens, or a pen and a pencil. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next 365-day Magic Challenge video.